So today I'm going to be showing you how I do the flip over Fulani braids, but first you need to know how to do a boho knotless braid. So here I'm doing a knotless braid, and I am only adding in 3 strands of the braiding hair. And as you can see, I just add them in right from the beginning, back to back. And then I'm going to be adding in some curly human hair. Now you can use crochet hair if you like, but I'm using human hair for this one. And I have the piece of human hair. It's not full fold like crochet hair is, so it's not as easy to put in, but you want to put it in where the straight end is and just fold it a little bit. So you want to leave the full curly end out and braid the straight end into the braid all the way so it doesn't slide out. So once you braid it in a couple times, you just want to pull the curly end out. But you want to make sure you braid it in a couple times so it doesn't slip. And it's also good if you tuck it in too. The straight end will usually tend to stick out if you don't tuck it, but you can always go back and just clip it with the scissors if it does poke out. So I did 2 strands of curly hair into each braid. We didn't want to overdo it with the curly hair. We didn't want it super like full. So I only added in 2 strands into each braid, but it's up to you how much curly hair that you add in or how full that you want it to be with the curls. So here I'm adding in my second piece of curly hair, and I'm just adding it in the same way that I would if I was feeding in more braiding hair, except that I'm going to pull the curly end back out. And I usually have a clip at the top where I can just pull it up and put the hair around the clip so it's out my way for a minute. And with these braids, I didn't add curly hair into the ends because that would have made the braids super long. So I'm just going to braid it down and I'm going to rod the ends so they can be curly too. But I'm not going to add the curly hair into the ends. So I'm braiding it down, just leaving a little loose hair on the end to curl. And some people glue it, but I always tie mine. It's easier, it's faster, and I can just tie a secure knot at the end really quick and be done with it. But if you don't know how to tie a secure knot, then you can use glue. So here is my hair I have prepped, or at least some of the hair I have prepped for the style on my Braid Bestie rack. So now I'm back to the beginning showing you how I started. So I parted the hair in half from ear to ear. So the back section is going to be the knotless boho braids and the feed-in braids in the front. So here I have my first row done. And like I said, I put 2 curly pieces into each braid. And we didn't want it to be really full with the curly hair, so I only added in curly hair into every other row. So as you can see, my second row of knotless are done, but it has no curly hair in it. So I just did the whole back section, just doing every other row with curly hair, and I think that was good enough. It was enough hair added in. We only used maybe like half a pack of the curly hair. Okay, so now I'm on the front and I'm just mapping out how I want my front braids to go because this is my first time doing this style. So the first section is going to be a regular feed-in straight to the back. This second section going to be the individual braids. This section I'm parting out now is going to be crisscross, so it's 2 braids crisscross. This row is going to be a straight feed-in braid to the back also. And then the next row will be individual braids. And so I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. This one is a straight feed-in braid to the back. Second row are the individual knotless. And then this section is the 2 crisscrossed braids. And then I'm going to do another straight braid, straight back. And then I'm going to do another row of individual braids. And then the top section that I ponytailed off will just be straight feed-in braids to the back. So when I say the individual braids, I mean the boho knotless like I did in the back. So I have 2 rows of individual braids on each side. So you see I have my straight feed-in, my row of knotless, which I did in triangle parts in the front because it just looked cuter to me. Crisscross straight braid, another row of knotless. And I went on the other side and did the exact same thing because I felt like they should just be even on both sides. You don't have to, it's totally up to you. And now I have it done and I've rotted the ends of the hair up, and it's human hair, so it can be dipped in hot water. So I just literally just rotted it all. Did not pull the curly pieces out to rot it. If you are using crochet hair, you will want to pull the curly pieces out before curling the ends of the braids because you cannot dip the crochet hair. Thank you guys for watching my tutorial. See you in the next one.